Trusty store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. In your face. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check. Blue dark workers. Switch. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, Little. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Ballman. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Check three.
Ready?
Running on first down, Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Get that ball.
Check 52.
Second and 10. It's complete to Watt. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
61, matchbox, light.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Come on, D. Chopper.
From the gun, Little. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's get it. Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the slap. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Greystone travel. Greystone pass.
Looking to throw on second down. Little. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
15 Lonnie. Check 31. Check 30. 80 weapons. 80 weapons. Let's go.
To throw on third down. Little. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10 3-yard score after one here on EA Sports.
Here we go. 90, Wolf. Hey, team 6 back.
Here is Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Mike 5. Here we go.
2nd and 3. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now left side on the swing pass. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
90. Wolf. Pilot 64. Weak. Check cross. Undercrunch. Begin. Let happen.
They run the counter. Clifton. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Everyone, you got 4 down. Why? Who? 49. 48. 49 to Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Little. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, 61. Match. Ready.
On 3rd and 2. Little. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, ready, ready. Mike, 49. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a carry for Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Ready, break. 57's right. 66. Bullet ride. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hatchet. Ready, go.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
We got 4. Ready, go.
2nd and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Single. Hayward. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike, go.
On 3rd down, Little. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
10 Lobo.
Check 56.
Right. 2.
To throw on 3rd down, Bauman. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He was brought down by Chris Harris. It's a gain of 10. First down, Los Angeles.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Ballman nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Bauman. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Box truck, box truck.
Mike 5.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Ballman. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Check. 57. Let's go. 70 in. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Check pass. Check pass. Set. Go.
From the gun, Little. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun. Bauman throwing middle, and it's complete. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Bauman, he completes it to Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Badgley's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Silver. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Come.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Bauman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll run here with Tffl. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Ballman. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check safety, check safety.
General West.
He's checking. Cracks. Tighten up.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Check up.
On 3rd down, here's Tffl. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Down. 30 base.
You can't block me.
Hut. 5.
Looking to throw. Bauman on the screen. This is Tffl. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
To throw on 2nd down. Little. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Chargers.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ballman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Ready.
To throw again. Bauman. And caught by Henry. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun. Ballman. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. This from 54 yards away. Badgley able to punch this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Little. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Little. He'll find Lindsey here. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Off play action. Little. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Little. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Check, butt set. Check, butt set.
Go.
Throwing again. Bauman. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ready, set.
Mike 5. I want that. Give me that ball.
Big trip.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Got it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
5.
To throw again. Bauman. Complete. It's Henry. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Packers' 22-yard line.
70, Indy.
Looking to throw. Bauman. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. Bauman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's into the clear. 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Check your hot read.
Now Eckler, and an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
15 line.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Go.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll hit the road next.